始めよう。よろしくお願いします。今豚の丸焼きとかちょっと酒場に来ててお腹減ったなーみたいな感じになってるんですけども、禁じられし西部へっていうことでまだですね行けてないんですよね。で前回やったゲームした日が金曜日やったんですけど、そんなにまさかどう言ったんですかね、時間がかかると思ってなかったんでまだ行けてないので、とりあえずそこまでは行ってですね、動画をひとまず休憩させたいなっていうところであります。とりあえずちょっと一杯やらせていただきます。
Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark.
前回の作品が金曜日にやってたっていうのが分かってなくて、感覚的に土曜日の感覚やったんで金曜日の未明に最初のプレイをして、その後金曜日の夜にプレイしたんで、もう土曜日の感覚でいたんであれまだ土曜日も日曜日もあれやないかっていうことで、これはちょっと日曜日でしっかりセーブまでいかなあかんなと。
Anyway, right now I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall to come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
なんせまだその西部と今までいた世界の干渉地帯って言ったらいいんですかね、その国境地帯にいる状況なんで、とりあえず国境を越えるまではちょっとプレイをしたいと思います。少しシナリオストーリーを進めたいと思ってます。土曜日1日あったんで少しクエストとかこなしてアーロイのステータスを上げておきました。
Not that it matters to Tolland. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else.
なんせ今いろんな話をね聞いて回ってる状況なんで。
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light.Figured they could use another hammer.
アーロイも一口飲んでもうジョッキ脇に寄せちゃいましたけどね。酒は飲まないんですね。酒はあんま好きじゃないのかな。
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least not anymore.
なんせアーロイストイックすぎやろ。
But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for...
なんかまだめんどくさい話になりそうやな。
But I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law breaking.
ウルバンド。
この町牛耳っとる
おっさんやな。
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Main Spring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time.That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
結局貿易したいからな。そんな多分一筋縄で行く民族じゃないと思うんやけど。
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Carja land.It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Carja. No more risk, no more hesitation for
アーロイは今もう救世主やからな。もう誰も注目の的やからね。聞き耳みんな立てとうで。
Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality. so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger. I'll give him that.
さっきのアングルの R むちゃかっこよかったな、表情が。この表情ものすごいかっこいいな、なんか。
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle,
前の作品よりだいぶ眉毛こうな濃くなってっからな。
it was running smooth. Didn't need me.
トレン
Heard
ドなん
about
や
the
な。
rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use
羨ま
another
しいっす
hammer.
ね。
Been scraping by ever
俺
since.
眉毛ないからな。
You could always
マロみたいな眉
And
毛
go
やから。
back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's got to be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
ああ
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt.
飲みすぎ。
You're a pig. Blasted things, those bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there was some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree.
利権協定。
Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for him.
横文字やから名前が覚えづらいな。日本人的には。ちょっと単語なんかこう民族なんか武器なんかよう分かれんの言葉がな。
About that, I think the bristlebacks came out of Olvin's old mine.
Now there's a spark that could light a fire. Can you prove it?
I'm working on it.
By the forge. Grab my ear if you nail it down.
ああかなり仲間とね
This
一緒に
concession decree, what is
いい
it
ね。
exactly? And how would it help Olvind?
仲間の協力がああ
A
これ聞いたな。
written, no more
協力
risk.
があ
And
っての
since
ことや
not
な。
to mention Chief
なる
is
ほ
a
どな。
sly old badger. I'll give him that.
はいはいはい。
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
よし。
This Talon guy might still be in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
はあはあはあ。まだそこそこ続くな。とりあえずこの話だけは聞いときましょうかね。クエストちゃんと入れとこう。分かれなと。サブクエスト、サイドクエストか。黄昏の道。旧体制に忠誠を誓うシャドウカージャの難民が山道を山道を占拠し貴重な部品の回収を妨げている。しかしオセラムのゴロツキたちはどんな手を使ってでも彼らを移動させると脅している。トーランドっていうのと話しとくわ。とりあえずどこにおんねや。この画面の上に出てきてるんでこれを見ながらどこにおるかちょっと散策したいと思います。あ、いたわ。簡単やった。
That's you. The machine hunter that bailed out the Karja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
顔しとうでほんまに
There's salvage up there. A storm.
顔しとうわこいつ。
The harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing, and it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. So if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Karja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Karja lovers. On your blasted way.
カージェ引き。あ、そう。ちょっとシナリオ進めたいからな。チェーンスクレープレベル1。チェーンスクレープにある訓練場で近接の訓練を受けているか受けていないかで生死が分かれることをオセラムの誰もが知っている。指南役と話すか。ああ。
You want it?
めっちゃおもろい。子供の遊びみたいやんこの鎧。
Name's Oder. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. say. I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The enduring, a legendary Tanakh fighter, the master of masters.
おもろい。
I've heard the Tanakh have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the enduring.
So to find the enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever
西
out
部の
that way.
訓練場もあるん
You'll have
か。
to go far if you do. The Tanakh are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the enduring. If the Tanakh don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would
腕
I be
試し
fighting
か。
exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
訓練すんの。はあ、訓練場チェーンスクレープ。訓練場では人間を相手にした近接戦闘の腕前が試される。戦士との訓練を全て完了すると最後に指南役と対戦できる。訓練場ではチュートリアルを受けたり自由な練習をしたりして近接技を練習することもできると。なるほど。挑戦練習。時間制限の挑戦で戦士たちは最後には指南役と対戦できると。はあ、なるほどな。これはまたじっくりやるかな。自由に連続。かなり細かいところをやっぱりじっくりできるようになってるな。でもこれとりあえずちょっとシナリオ進めたいから後かんしょ。
There's still some training for you to finish.
また夜は。とりあえずクエストいっぱい出てきたな。はいはい、了解了解。よし、じゃあちょっとシナリオ進めていきます。メインクエストを少し進めたいと思います。階段に移っていきましょう。これから焦土の光というね、町まで向かいます。馬を使います。近くで基地多いからね。走り寄ったらこうついてくるはずやから。これついてた。OK。最後。なんせとりあえず西部まで行って、一旦戻ってこれるとは思うんやけどな。ファーストトラベルできるんで、おそらくクエスト残しといても後からできるはずなんで、とにかく西部その土地に足踏み入れましょう。なんとかそれが肝心っすわ。もうそうじゃないとこの動画の生配信前回も行けると思っとったら行かれへんかって、このまま鑑賞地帯で終わっちゃったんで、ちょっと動画のサムネイルがちょっと嘘ついちゃってる状況になってるんで、これはちょっとこなしていかなあかんなということで。見えました、焦土の光。あ、これ訓練場か。これ訓練場やったわ。もうちょっと先です。あ、見えた見えた。ここですね。なんか木材の加工工場みたいになってましたわ。場所的に。よ
Stay here.
っしゃ。あ、こっちか。入り口がちょっとよく分かってなかったけど、これから入ります。もう即座に階段に移っていきたいと思いますんで、シナリオほんと進めます。簡単に行きゃいいんやけどな。なんかトラブってそうやな。
Where's Errand?
あ、エレン
Looks
ド
like he's had a few.
それ待ち合わせしとったんやな。
Gentlemen,
That's our cue.
you taking the edge off?
Well, I can't put my foot in my mouth again if I'm pouring booze down it, right?
俺も酒で口を満たすか。
We're in a rush, right?
エレンドが落ち込んどるな、なんか。
How have things been since I...
Your silent departure? Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim.
だいぶ痩せた
When I
な。
got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went sideways.
You got blindsided. It wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest, like you wanted.
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd to show up.
なんかこんな塩らしい仕草せえへんかったで。アロイ。もうえらい芝居がだいぶ細かくなってんな。
Feels like she would have liked that.
わかりやすくなったというか。
Damn straight. She would have put them all onto the table.
What do you know about the embassy?
I know not much. Only that Avad really wants it to happen. He said I'm making peace with these Tanakh. But from what I hear, they're not.
和平なんか結べるわけないよね。もう最初に言うとくと。
So if you're heading their way, be prepared. Things might get ugly real fast.
I'll keep that in mind. What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged all the captives they took from the Forbidden West.
ああ、
Red
収
Race.
容所なんやな。
Lucky ones became slave labor. The rest were hauled off to the Sun Ring and Meridian.
Your sacrifice.
You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck the place before they chased the Carja out of the West. I can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying the Osram to rebuild it. No matter how much new stone they put up, it'll still be stained in blood.
ああ、なるほどな。シャドウカージャがやっぱ和訳そうやりよったんやな。なるほどな。
I better get going.
Oh, thanks for taking the time to talk to this useless.
俺みたいなアホに話してくれてありがとう。
I get it. I'm just a blunt instrument, wrong tool for the job.
だいぶ年やな、もうエレンドも。
I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if you ever do need me,
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober next time.
don't count on it. But be careful out there, Aloy.
ああ、なんか寂しいな。お前ごっつ元気やったのに。落ち込んどや。先行こうか。
Lighten up, Paid. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Tanakh out there.
Yes, sir.
Why the long face, Mavas? Wish you were heading out there?
No, sir.
Don't worry. If the Tanakh were planning to invade, they'd have done so already.
If you say so, sir.
ラワン。
Are you in charge around here?
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, the second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed.
やっぱりな。
Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness.
やっぱりな。
Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
何が問題ですか？
Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen once the Tanakh have left.
So what happens at these embassies?
階段の目的
Mostly trade and
やっぱ交易や
negotiation.
な。
The Karja offered tribute of
貿
food,
易が必要
spices,
やもん
and
な。
gear. In exchange, the Tanakh returned personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
You said something about Tanakh's
テナックス
marshals.
の勇士
Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans.
3つの一
Then,
派
during the proceedings,
Ha.
they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our sun priest until they concede. Paev over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
Where is this Commander Nozar then?
司令官に合わ
He's
せ
the
ろ
one keeping the gates shut. I'll convince him to open them for me.
司令官に合わせてくれ
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a
こう歩いてついていくのも難しいんですよ
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure
倒しすぎる
Olfert
と
was thrilled.
指いて
Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself.
ノザール司令
Good luck.
Why the Sun King believes we can have peace with these? How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians? Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides
Oh,
must
cool.
signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be kept.
Shut up. Why the delay?
黙ってろ
Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh's horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
どういうこと待とうってどういうことやねん待ったって絶対来おへんわなそれ行かなしゃあないやろもう行く
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
そこでおお前の戦いで一緒に戦った仲間やなバールさっきもそうや最初に一緒に旅しとった人やな
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate!
That is a direct order.
Sorry, can't do it.
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
I know the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Oh, that's it. Arrest her.
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, nose off. You stupid bastard.
このドアホのクズが救世主者も前にしてお前は本気で門を閉じてられると思うのか3王アバードの耳に届いたら一体どうなると思う昇進するってか
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
あ、そうか、バハル置いてきぼりに来たのにそうか、追いついてきたんやな。なるほどなるほど。そうかそうか、寝とる間にそうややったー、もうじきまた階段の場所先なんか。
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet.
おー、いよいよや、もうじきやぞ。
No more politics. No more delays.
怖いな。
Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
うおー、いよいよ西日がすごいですよ。とうとう新たな部族との出会いやな。
That is the line between east and west. Cross it and die.
おお。
Now, let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away.
なんか相手の方にも事情がありそうやな。
A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. One of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav.
Oh.
Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian where you belong.
ああ、なるほど。
Avad always was polite.
テナークスに
Now
な
I'm
ったな
even
今
more
は。
curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King.
ユーシファシャー。もう名前が中東系の名前やな、ほんま。どない言うてんか。
Tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair.
そうか、初めかそうなんやな。その辺ちゃんと調べとかなまでやっぱ面白さがわからへんな。ちょっと日本じゃ馴染みのない問題やけど、実際はものすごい関連性があるからな。
I might be able to help, but I need to know why, along with some assurance that I won't regret
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
How did you come to be among the Tanakh?
It's quite a story.
Tanakh.
But not a quick one.
Tanakh.
Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tanakh into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate. I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaru. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tanakh chief,
テナークスの族長はどんな策を講じた？
I kept my ears
基
open
地
as
から
the
の
Tanakh
道中あ
dragged
る
me
瞬時
along.
にテナークスと戦いに行って白か黒が決めるのだ
Trial
と。
by combat that they revered. So, when they flung me at Hikaru's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kurut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom.
力の
The
戦い
others
やで、やっ
not
ぱ
howled.
な。
Hikaru stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kurut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kurut is a Tanakh's trial.
彼らとは戦いの試練だと言っていたな。だから波の試練ではない、戦う相手は人間ではないと。機械銃やな。
Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only
闘技
the
場。
strongest survive. Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
そうや、前の作品でも殺し屋もあったからな。あ、それこそシャドウカージャの場所やな。
I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tanakh chief.
The winners of the Kurut
彼ら
must
と
serve the
属者の
chief
勇
as
者だけ
marshals.
You mentioned that word
その
before.
勇
What
者と
does
は
it
どういう
mean?
ものだ？
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hikaru's ruling laws, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tanakhs still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did.
下げす
Until
む
I
も
started
の。
forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue.
テナークスは暴力で語り合う。生きるためには力をつけねば。やべえ部族やな。
The Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tanakh for hating them.
似たもん同士なんやな。
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes, always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tanakh, especially their chief. I've heard stories about.
これは橋渡しになるわな。
Three clans always at
フ
war.
ァシャーブはもう殺してもたかんで。死んでもらうと困る人材やわ。
Crafted a delicate peace, and now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
ヘカール族長。
Karja talk about Hikaru as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was.
今日は血の上た暴君ではない。
I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was,
ぶち殺しちゃったからな、ほんま。
he wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tanakh is a lot different than how they do. Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tanakh and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate.
そうやな、やっぱそういうことにならんとな。
If Sun
橋渡し
King is
役。
amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting
平和の
peace.
基礎を築きたいと。
The Tanakh don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Akaro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
分かった。通してくれ。
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer.
難しいな。説明が
6
難しい。
months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs.
悪い AI が
And I've
西
heard
に逃げ
tales
た
of
からな。
incredible occurrences
サイレ
in
ントが
Meridian,
連れて
an
行ったか
army
ら。
of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential.
外交官を目指す者としての証言。味方は不可欠。
He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
ありがとうございます。
Maybe, if I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace. Past the
南西の山脈を越え。
Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
なんか来た。
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all three clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
しゃ。
What's going on?
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
なんか複雑やな。なんか微妙やな。もうこの画面右のやつ絶対ヘマしそうやし、もういらんこと絶対言いそうやわ。
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who
もう和訳そや。
Regala. Ficaro's biggest mistake.
レガーラ。
A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a
ヘカーロ族長も女には弱かったっていうことかな。
Hikaru has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this,
やべえ
I
な。
condemn you to death.
You'll
どういうこ
need
っちゃ。
more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
出たー。赤と青の戦いやな。お、乗ってる。
Lancers, form up.
うわー。
They're riding machines.
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Silence.
Come with us now, or not at all.
Archers, light them up.
うひょー。ああ。ああ。ああ。
Archers, keep them back.
やべえやべえやべえ。ああ。ああ。
Their flank to the Karja. Run them down.
ちょ待ってよ、ガチかよ。どうすんの。
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates!
ああ。いらんこと言う前に死んでもだな。
Karja! Stand your ground!
Fire at will!
I don't have a shot!
しゃやったー。うわー。 おおもう橋渡し役おらへんなって思ったやん。
What happened?
原田
Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey, come down and fight fair. Lancers, take the center. Get ready.
Stick
なんて
archers on the roof!
え発の目のああ発線爆弾ね。はいはい。待ってくれよ。突然やな。毎回突然やけどさ、もうちょっとデジタルエディションでなんか新しくその初めから追加されてるパックである装備をして戦おうかな。野良族の雷起死回生瀕死、これでいこうか。よし。攻撃力がなんぼかっていうのがはっきり分からん。ダメージは一緒やな。オッケー。 どう戦うねんもう。早すぎるんやけど。待って待って、早すぎるんやけど。しかもちょっと待って、早すぎる。当たれへんし。しかもめっちゃ狙われとんな。もう普通に戦う方がええわ、これやったらもう。やばいやばいやばいやばい。やべえな。叩き潰すしかなんかよくわからんうちに終わってしまった。おお痛々しい。ちょっとやっぱ前よりだいぶリアルになっとんな。なんかやばいな。当てられへんわ。もうどないしようもないわ。もう普通に物理攻撃する方が早いわ。槍攻撃する方が早い。やばい。しゃ、どこや。レベルアップ。今弓矢が当てれば終わった。なんかパワーたまるんやったな。なんか当たらんかった。ちょ待って、マジかよ。全然あかんぞ。おお、なんかすごい技出してきたぞ。やばいやばい、回復アイテムがない。 よし。おお。おらおらおら。しゃ。えらい技出されたで今。この流れ者がぶっ殺してやる。マジかよ。いきなりか。おお。出たー。盾や、盾になってる。やべえ。めっちゃええ顔した今。何？R2 長押しで槍に力貯めて武器。なるほどな。おっとっとっとっとっとっと、危ねえ。今ご飯食べて、それでちょっとステータス上がったんやけど、それでもやばいわ。ちょっとだいぶ強いぞ。このロックするっていうのがないんかな。やばいやばいやばいやばい。結構待ってくれるな。やっぱりまだノーマルやからな、設定が。おらおらおらおらおら。やばいやばいやばいやばいやばい。ちょっと待ってください。よっしゃ。よし、ダメージ食らわしたぞ今。やばいやばい。やばい。まだ大丈夫やった。よしよしよしよしよし。危ねえ。アイテムだけいただきます。危ねえ。危ない。
Was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades, mark this day. Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out.
やべえ。もう前のシャドウカージよりよっぽど攻撃的やで。あんだけゆっくり話したのにさ、次の瞬間もう死んでまうってさ、きつすぎるわ。 あバールも離脱してしまった。後からまたついてきてくれ。もう仲間がみんな傷ついてもとんや。これなかなか西行かれへんでこれ。まだ結構日にちがな、ちょっとこう日が沈んだり昇ったりせえへんからさ、ちょっとまだ時間の経過がな。まだシナリオ的にはこうチュートリアルの状況みたいな雰囲気。やった。
Aloy, we're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tanakh have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Wadis, Vashav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh's territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West.
とりあえず入り口には来たんやな。
Over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh's territory?
All that out there?
テナークとの領土じゃない。あ、中立地帯か、やっぱそうやな。
It was supposed to be neutral ground.
さっきのレガーラがそれを
Obviously,
破
this
ったと。
Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. There were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
とりあえず聞いとくか。ファシャーブ、ノザールとフアディス、カージャの音。
Do you
カージ
think
ャの
the
音。
Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
もう普通の戦い方のルールが通用せえへん部族
Too
やな。
bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way.
祭司殿。
I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
About Vashav.
ファシャーブ。
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tanakh.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
Vashav called Regala a rival. Someone that's not
ちゃんと話全部聞いといてよかったわ。
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh were expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
You said the Tanakh's lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans. Desert,
同じ部族なんやけど3つに分かれとると。
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The desert clan is closest. Vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the united clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
歌の平原と歌る族。
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks.
結局シャドウカージャがやり散らかした後始末を勝った国がやらなあかんて大変やなほんま。
Well, I'd never call No Man's Land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some.
調べるところが多いわ。西部の他の人は。
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple
回収隊、オセラムの発掘隊、カージャの学者2人もオセラムと南西に向かいました。
Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
また行く先々で出会うことになりそうやな。行く時間だ。
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return.
もうすぐ戻るわ。
And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
おお。
I appreciate it.
いいショットやさっきの。
I hope you find what you're looking for.
ああ。スキルポイントゲット。レベル10になりました。よっしゃよっしゃ。でさらにスキルポイントも入手したと。いやーなんとか西部の入り口には立ちましたな。あ、シールドウィングは機械の技術を応用しそのエネルギーを利用した滑空装置。空中で四角を長押しすれば展開して滑空できる。丸を押せば滑空をやめると。四角か。基本四角でやるって感じか。ちょっと高いところがなくなっちゃったか。
So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire
とりあえずアイテムを集めよう。 座標を目指せばサイレンスとハデス、ガイアの爆発も見つかるかもしれないと。腐食、嵐、レガーラの騎兵たち、それでも突き進まないと。世界を救うんだ。すげえよな。サイレンスの狙いが何なんかっていうのは、まあ単純に世界征服ちゃうんすか。いろんな部族利用して最終的に自分が王になろうとしとんじゃないですか。そう考える方が自然やと思うんやけど。初キツネ勝った。これは早いこと続きやりたいけど、残ったクエストもこなしておきたいしな。一回滑空してみようかな。どっかいいとこないか。まだあった。どっかができる？登られへんか。柱ぶっ壊れてもたからな。あったあったあった。ちょっと滑空してみよう一回。どんな感じかな。ほら。おお。すげえ。R も喜んでおります。ああ、なるほどな。はいはいはい。いやー、初体験嬉しい。まさかこんなことになるとはな。おー。あ、結構操作性もいいや。これなんか、もう、滑空しとる間何もできひんのかな。ああ、何もできひんわ。もう滑空は滑空だけやわ。攻撃のボタンを押したらもう一気にシールド消えちゃったんで、盾でも使えるっていう流れになんのかな。ちょっとわからん。これからやな。めっちゃきついのおるな。アライグマの骨。いやー、これからまたちょっと旅が楽しみになってきたな。だいたい1時間ぐらい経ったんで、これで終了したいと思います。あとはちょっとしばらくシナリオを進めていきたいかなと思ってますんで、またなんかボス戦とかになったらですね、配信するかもしれません。ちょっと月末にいろいろ準備してやりたい動画作ったりしたいんで、ゲーム配信がちょっとしばらくはお休みになりますが、続きはずっとやっていきたいと思ってます。まあちょっと話進んでるかもしれませんけどその辺はご了承いただいてということで、はい、それではホビデンウエスト、この辺でひとまず終了したいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。ぜひチャンネル登録をよろしくお願いします。280人超えて非常にありがたいです。夏までにはなんとか300人を超えていくと、またいろいろやれることも増えていきますので、よろしくお願いしたいと思います。まあゲーム配信以上に他の動画がどんどん伸びとんですけど、ゲーム配信は全く伸びてません好きな人だけ見てるっていう状況です。はい、またぜひご覧ください。それではまたお会いしましょう。